Welcome to Becoming Awesome with Peter D. channeling his sacred higher self.
Okay, fasten your seatbelts because your karma is about to run over your dogma. My sacred higher self has been nudging me to create a video to explain that you're on a hero's journey, that you're not here in this lifetime necessarily just to learn a lesson or to clear out bad karma, but you chose to be here because you're a hero. He's got 3 points that's going to be shared with you. So please stay around to the end of this video. And most importantly, please put a comment below. This is a discussion. You've got some wisdom. Let's share it. Here we go. Dearest souls, thank you so much for being with us in this moment. We are filled with the love that we feel for you, that you are. Please let yourself feel how magnificent you are. The channel has asked us to speak about why souls choose to incarnate in Earth now. He works with many people who are trying to clear, and they do a life review, and they see this life where they've been living a pattern over and over and they're ready to let go of it. And so he asked them the question, can you possibly accept that you chose this? And that's a really harsh question for somebody who's had a lifetime of trauma and torture. Imagine what it's like for this channel, for Peter, when he came to realize that, oh my God, as an infant, was tortured and sexually abused. I was raised in a family where there was no physical affection, where people were hit, not hugged. So Peter came to that realization. And then as he started to clear and his consciousness rose, he came to the realization he chose this. Now that can be devastating unless you understand the context from your soul, why you chose it. Now, the story that Peter tells, and he asks everyone he works with who becomes aware that they're clearing out their lifetime patterns, he asks them to adopt this story. So if you like it, please make it your own or take and use any parts of it you like. So imagine being a soul and knowing that you've carried this dense, crappy energy that's been with you for so long repeatedly. And you know that if you come to Earth at this time, you can clear it. The energy is right on the planet that you can clear it in this lifetime. So you choose to come to clear it. But it's not just that you came with the intent to do your work and move to a better vibration. No, you also know that because Earth is undergoing ascension at this time, the energies are right. So that if you were able to clear it and move it out of your field, you could actually move it off the planet, and the whole energetics of the planet get lighter. So you're actually doing a service. When the planet gets lighter, more and more people can clear, and their attachments to the similar energies kind of dissolve, and they move off the planet as well. So Peter understands that he did not come here to learn a lesson. He did not come here to make good for past wrongs. No, he came here with a specific mission as a warrior. He came here to know I can complete this and move this energy out of my field and no longer have to do lifetimes where I suffer through these things. And he also knew that he came here as a hero. That if he can do this clearing for himself, he raises the vibration of the planet and everybody is uplifted. So he tells the story of being a hero when he becomes aware. I chose this and I'm a hero for choosing it. Now, we'd like to go over 3 points to help you understand better why you are that hero. The first one is an understanding that karma is not just a system of retribution. Most people look at karma as cause and effect, and that aspect of karma is indeed true. But it's not just, oh, I did this, and now I have to to the other side to experience it. Or I did this and now I'm carrying this bad energy and I have to pay my penance to remove this bad energy. It's not like that at all. It's simply that when there was an experience and it was not fully completed, then your energy condensed. It got tight. And that tight energy was imprinted in the frequency that your soul is, your color, so to speak, your signature, your name, whatever you want to call it. It was imprinted with you. And the nature of energy is such that experiences need to complete. That was how we are designed as God's eyes and ears, is to complete experiences so that we can gain the wisdom and grow. And if we don't complete an experience, then it gets stuck and it attracts new energy to us to try to break it loose, to be free, to get back in the flow, to get closer to source. Because every time you get dense, you cut off your connection to source. And that's why we feel so alone and isolated. That's why our planet has gotten to this point where it is, because so many people are on it who are cut off and disconnected because their energy packets are tight and dense because they have not finished them. Now, once it breaks loose, then you clear, you gain the wisdom, source gains the wisdom, creation grows as a result, and you're free. So if this happened in a previous life, then you've probably, as a soul, chosen to try to fix it, try to come back and interact in such a way that you can have those experiences again and it can break loose. This is not a punishment for what you've done. It's not a system of retribution. It is, in fact, you saying, oh, let me go back into that energy field, give it one more try, and see if I can complete the experience, fully move it through me. As we have mentioned to you, anything fully expressed turns to bliss. Then it moves out of your energy field because it's no longer stuck and dense and trapped within. That's how you grow. That's how you evolve. So it's a matter of understanding that naturally happens through your lives. People look at this as an endless series of reincarnation till you get your lessons right. No, once you're free and clear, you can choose whether to come here or not on the planet Earth. Yes, you can choose whether to be here. The point is, most of us and the soul level say, ooh, that dense energy is kind of nasty. Let me go back to the place where it was created so I can clear it. Because it's difficult to clear on just the soul level because it was experienced and imprinted on a physical level. So rather than carry it with you, the soul chooses to come back and try to break free. And we look at that as a cycle of reincarnation because most times we don't have the wherewithal to break free because the energy is so dense on the planet. And most people don't understand what it's like to truly clear an emotion. We understand the concept of shadow work in our culture, but we don't understand what it's like to truly clear. The channel Peter just taught a class over the previous weekend with 60 people, and all of them were saying, oh my God, everybody always told me to do shadow work. No one ever showed me how. Now, this is a way we can actually do clearing. And they're all lighter and freer. And their current reincarnation cycle is ending. And now they're free to make choices rather than just say, oh, I'm going to carry this heavy energy around again. So please understand, this is not retribution, is not punishment. It is by choice that this is done. And the choice is always to be something better, to see something that makes you happier, more connected to your source. So that is our first point. Our second point is, when you choose this, you are not alone. No, you're not this isolated soul out there. You're in contact with so many other souls who are also at this level of consciousness that you are at and playing the game of incarnation to experience, to grow, to learn. And the souls that you resonate with kind of become your soul family. You've heard this before. This is my soul group or soul family. It's the ones you're comfortable with. And so you come back all these times and you try playing around and you play in different roles. So one time you're so-and-so is your father, and then you come back and one time so-and-so is your son. Okay. And then in one life you were sisters, in another life you were married and you were the woman, and in another life you were married and you were the man. And you do all this because it works. It's your soul family. You're comfortable with them. And when you come in, you make a choice to sit there and say, hey, I'm going to tackle this big piece of density that I'm not really comfortable with. I want to have the experiences necessary to break it loose. And those experiences are almost always a repeat in some form or another of what happened before. Whether you are on the giving or receiving end of it doesn't matter. Often for most of us, we've spent many times on both the giving and the receiving end. So yes, imagine what it was like for Peter to understand that not only was he tortured, but he was the torturer many times. And he was the torturer of those very same people that he was being tortured by as an infant in this lifetime. So you make these decisions as a group. Now, here's the good part. They look at you and they say, hey, you've got this. You're strong enough to do this time. I'm going to help you. I'm going to play the nasty role. I'm going to play the one who is the perpetrator so that I can create the circumstance for you so that you'll have the opportunity to complete your emotion, to actually feel it fully this time and release it in the density it was created in, so your soul can be free or freer. So the people around you who are actually causing these problems are your kin in the soul spirit world. And they're choosing, I'm going to play the bad person for you because I love you that much. So they're actually choosing a lifetime of accepting the karma, accepting whatever happens from perpetrating. That's a huge sacrifice. And from the soul level, that's a blessing. Now, from the 3D level on Earth, it doesn't mean a damn bit different. I don't care what they did in the other lives or in the soul realm. They hurt me now. And that sucks. And that's why we're always teaching you about clearing and how it is necessary to clear an emotion fully, to clear it out of your field. If you get it in this lifetime, you'll get it in all lifetimes. Your soul will become lighter. So you don't sit there and say, oh, I understand. I love them. You are encouraged to feel it fully till it's released. It. Feel the hatred, the anger, the hurt, the pain, whatever. Don't go out and hurt them. No, that just creates more of the energy field that you're going to continue on, which is why the planet stays in the lower dense energy. Don't hurt them, but feel what it's like to be hurt. This was a very important concept for the channel Peter to understand, that forgiveness takes place instantly the moment when the feelings that were caused are fully expressed. It doesn't matter if you cause the pain to someone or they cause the pain to you. You fully feel the feelings. Forgiveness takes place. This is why Ho'oponopono works on your planet, where somebody can sit there and pray for another one by going, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And they can step into the role of that person, even though they're not related to the transaction at all. And somebody else caused the problem to whomever they're praying for, yet they can step in and as a third party, fully experience it and release it through, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. That's why that works. So your goal is to fully experience it. Let that anger rage out. Let that rage out. Don't hurt other people. Do it in ways that you can express fully. And then, of course, as we've been saying so much, you have to love yourself in this process. You have to love the rage you've been holding, or the pain you've been holding, or the hurt you've been holding, because it's as distant and feel pushed back as you feel. So you express it, you love it. And then that completes it. And in that completion, then, there's freedom. So it doesn't matter if the other person did it to you or you did it to them. The point is, it was done by a conscious soul that chose to play that role. And if you understand this personally, you will understand this in society, that all the dark people, the black hats, whatever you want to call them, they are choosing their roles to come help us. And they're going to come along too. And they've got a really hard one because a lot of them are disconnected and don't even understand that they've chosen this and just like the power game that they're playing. And that's kind of slows things down, but that's okay. It's their creation. It's what their karma, so to speak, is that they're going to have to live with. You don't have to get trapped into it. You just have to feel the pain that was caused by their actions, and then you're free, and then you'll pop into a different timeline. You will move into a higher elevation, a higher frequency, a new earth, so to speak, and they'll still be mucking around in another one, but because the densities are so different, you won't even be aware of it. They won't even be in your reality. And that's why it will seem over time like these problems just go away. Yes. So understand that those around you made the choice to help you. And it was a choice made out of love, even though in this 3D life, it is painful and hurtful. Now, the third point we wish to make is you are powerful. You are powerful. You do not understand how powerful you are. You can choose to enter into a reality where you're going to be the hero. I'm going to live the hero's journey. And that's going to involve some suffering to start with and some pain to start with, and then some awareness about what I'm doing on my journey. And then it's going to involve an incredible feat of me being present for facing that dragon or that demon, i.e., those trapped emotions, those hurts that were caused to us, facing it and fully allowing it to consume me in its fire so that I become free and it becomes free. These are not choices that cowards make. Oh no. We are producing this video for you specifically to put in your head the idea of how powerful you are. If you can let that just worm around a while in that beautiful brain of yours, you're going to start to get notions and memories from other places. Your more consciousness will start to seep in, going, yeah, this is hard. This is difficult. I'm struggling now, but I got this because I was strong enough to choose it. And you would not have chosen it if you did not know you had the ability to complete it. Now, I'm sorry if you feel beaten down or it's harsh and it's the problems are so bad you want to give up right now. Many people go that route. It is difficult in 3D. That is just how it goes. But this is why it's such a beautiful, quick school to learn and elevate your consciousness. And don't feel like you're out of your league. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't have been accepted in this prestigious academy of becoming that we call Earth if you didn't have what it takes. You have that. You are powerful. You get nothing else out of this video. Walk away knowing you have it. You are powerful. And that's going to start to ease the transition. So we thank you so much for hearing this message, for understanding that these are choices. It's not a punishment. It's not just about learning a lesson. No, these are choices you made to face whatever you're facing. You did not make these choices alone, and you made them because you are powerful. Many, many blessings to you. I love it when my higher self comes in and is that animated. I'll tell you, before we started the filming, I was dragging my butt after a long weekend of teaching that class, and I didn't even know what was going to come out. And then boom, we got into this, and my sacred higher self was just on fire. I love that. And the lesson for me is it's not just what 3D Peter is thinking in the moment. It's allowing myself to surrender. All morning, I've been telling myself, I have no idea what I'm going to say. How am I going to do this video? And it's like, Spirit's like, we got it. We got you covered. And the moment I surrendered and sat down, not only did I get covered, I got it in spades. Spirit came through and I allowed that. And I just was, I'm so in love with the idea that you can just have this connection and just step back and let Spirit come through. It's still you. It's not like somebody else is doing it. It's still you. It's still me who did this. But it was an aspect of me that I kind of distance myself from when I'm just staying around in 3D, you know? And when I get aware and allow the 5D parts of myself to express, on fire. So the recap, you chose this, and you chose it because you're a hero. Own that you are a hero. Yeah, go ahead. You deserve a hero celebration. You got this. So please like and subscribe. Put your comments below so we know what's going on. And if you can, forward this video to someone. It might help them if they're in a dark place and they're looking at how life is hard, beating them down. Encourage them. Let them know they're a hero. Send them this video. Stay blessed.